Hey there guys, I am SonicGhost and welcome back to some more Let's Play Super Luigi Galaxy. Last time, we finished exploring the bedroom, and by doing so, we confronted Bowser yet again, only to realize that his true plans lie in the center of the universe, which is where he retreated to. We can actually chase after Bowser because we have more than enough stars to fuel the Comet Observatory to actually chase after him. But we're not done here yet on the Comet Observatory. We still have a lot of unfinished business here, including all these galaxies that opened up in a brand new dome, the engine room. So, there's no time to sleep on the job, Luigi. Let's go ahead and collect our mail and now explore a new dome. Thank you, Peach. I appreciate these 20 lives are definitely not for me, but I'll take them anyways because Mario is MIA and I'm here. Now with those 20 lives collected, let's go ahead and jump up to the top of the Comet Observatory to go to the engine room. The engine room is up above us. I'll just take this nice little particle of light, transform the light for a minute. Don't know how that works. Magic. And now we're here at the engine room. This is the engine room, the real heart of the Comet Observatory. The whole reason why we can fly to the center of the universe. Let's go and explore our new dome. We have discovered an enemy base in the region. We can only hope they're not misusing the power of that poor Grand Star. Sorry, I don't think we're alone in the engine room. I think we have company. Oh, hello. It might get a little rough from here on out, but just do your best and you'll be okay. Well, either that's some word of encouragement or some pretty big foreshadowing. But let's go ahead and jump into the engine room's set of galaxies here, and as we can see, a lot of these need a decent amount of stars, but we have 64. More than enough to continue exploring onwards here. So let's open up this 34-star galaxy to reveal Gold Leaf Galaxy. This galaxy looks awfully familiar. It feels like I've explored a galaxy looking very similar to Gold Leaf, but I can't dwell on thinking about this for too long. Let's go ahead and jump into our brand new galaxy. So, jumping in, we got ourselves our first star here, Gold Leaf. Star bunnies on the hunt. Jumping in, we got ourselves our main objective, a bunny up on a planet. But there are some bunnies down below at a very familiar looking area. I feel like I've explored a planetoid looking like this before. Just can't quite put my finger on it. I'm looking for blue star chips with my brothers, but we haven't found any. Well, I guess we got our mission here. Get some blue star chips. And here, we got ourselves what looks like, I think that was an L? We go back to first person. Indeed, that is an L formed in star bits. Okay, so we got ourselves a very familiar looking planetoid. We got ourselves an L in the sky, which a previous galaxy that looks similar had an M formed in the sky with star bits. Gee, man, I wonder, have we been here before? Oh, man, this feels like I've explored a similar, like, honey hive area. Well, if you really think hard about it, you will be correct in thinking that this here is Honey Hive Galaxy. This is actually the exact same planetoid as the main portion of Honey Hive Galaxy, now just reskinned with an autumn theme to it, and also flipped from left to right. It has been mirrored. This is a little disappointing, I'm not gonna lie, to see a reskinned galaxy in the same game. But this is 2007 we're talking about when Super Luigi Galaxy released. And this kind of thing happened a lot in games, whether it be to sequels using the same kind of assets, whether that be levels or characters, music, etc. Or even sometimes in the same game, they will reuse things, as it just was kind of difficult back in this time period due to whether it be hardware constraints or time constraints to make everything original. So I can understand why that this place is essentially just a reskin of Honey Hive Galaxy, but it's still a little sad to see, just because all the new Galaxy themes here in Super Luigi Galaxy have been a lot of fun to play through. So to see a reskin, not really the biggest fan of that. Let's just go ahead at this point, fly down to grab ourselves our blue star chip, which you're definitely not supposed to be getting with the bee suit. You're actually supposed to stomp down these 3 stumps, which reveals a sling star. Take the sling star straight up, and you get yourself your star chip. At this point, I actually want to take a hit here on purpose because I want to lose the bee suit, as I want to go around the back here of the structure, and bees can't do any wall jumps, so human form Luigi can wall jump up here, get into the mix of these piranha plants, and grab our final star chip to reveal a bunch of pole stars here that lead to a launch star. So I want to go ahead at this point and take these said pole stars straight up to our launch star and see where this leads. Sure enough, this is leading to our main objective here. Think you can catch me? Boing! Oh, I don't think I can. I know I can. Get over here, bunny. I'm faster than you, which makes this very easy for me, Luigi. Boing! You got me! Alright then, take this power star. Don't expect to catch me so easily next time. We'll see about that, little bunny. But we didn't really get to see a good chunk of how this planet actually functions, because here we get ourselves a switch that if we ground pound it, we can see these walls appear, and there's also now the water that acts as a little bit of a drop-off, making it very easy to actually trap the bunny in one of these sections. Then we also have these little question mark squares that are made of ice that you can kick around, but if you ground pound it, you'll get yourself some star bits. Give yourself some ammo to fight against the bunny, making it even easier to stun him. So yeah, this whole plan we didn't get to see the gimmick for because Luigi was just too fast and had to prove his point that he was faster than the bunny, making that a very free and easy star. Honestly, the hardest part about that mission was actually just to get to where the star bunny was, to get the star, and not actually to chase the bunny for the said star. So now with that complete, let's go ahead and save our game and head back into Gold Leaf Galaxy to continue exploring our reskinned Honey Hive Galaxy. So jumping back in the Gold Leaf, our next star here is Cataquack to the skies. So jumping in, we can see a lot of small little planetoids, but also the return of a fan favorite enemy. Everybody loves the Cataquacks, right? Right? Why am I hearing silence? Oh, that's not a good sign. My pet Cataquack chucks me into the air whenever I want. Whee! I don't even think that bee needs a Cataquack to chuck him in the sky, because I'm pretty sure that bee can just fly higher if he wanted. So the Cataquack's a little redundant. That crazy creature will toss you into the air. Toss you in the air? Don't mind if I do, as I need to get launched up here to get into a sling star. And with that sling star, we're up to the top section here once again. If you like getting flung through the air, go wake up those blue things. I can tell someone's not a fan of Cataquacks. Very fair, because honestly, Cataquacks are one of the more annoying enemies to deal with in Super Luigi Galaxy. But back here behind this tree, we get ourselves a bubble, which we haven't seen one of these in a very long time. Get in the bubble and use the pointer to fly around and hit a question mark coin to reveal a bunch of music notes here. Want to collect all these music notes in a relative amount of time. You don't have too long to collect these notes, but you have enough time if you just play things safe and go kind of slow here. Collecting all those music notes will form a power star. Don't want to collect that star just yet, but okay, I guess I will. Never mind. I was gonna get that coin on the other side of the tree, but I guess I'm not allowed to get that. The coin will let you to a 1-up, so nope, really need the extra life, but I guess the tree had other plans for me there. As you've seen, it's very easy for you to pop that bubble, making it so that you can easily fall down and waste time, which, if you waste too much time, those music notes will disappear, making that star impossible to get until you die or replay the level. So, we didn't have to worry about that, thankfully. Music notes weren't really too much of a problem. But let's jump back into Gold Leaf Galaxy, and let's actually do the mission that we were tasked with for the first time around. So, let's go back to Cataquack to the skies. And let's just skip all of this extra nonsense and just go straight back to where we left off. Just like with Honey Hive Galaxy, you can climb up the slope here by just constantly spinning with Luigi in rapid succession. Doing so, you just ignore the whole sliding down slope mechanic. So, with the bee suit, let's use these Cataquacks and get flipped up into the sky, because we want to go high up here to the top portion of this section of Gold Leaf. Jumping up above, we get ourselves a red switch. Hitting this switch, we reveal a bunch of star bits. That's not why we came up here. We came up to this section because there's a launch star right here that we want to go ahead and take. So, let's take this launch star and actually go into the main portion here of this mission. We land right in a pool of water, so unfortunately we don't get to keep our bee suit, which would trivialize this next section if you want to be honest. But we got ourselves a bunch of little planetoids that we need to take Cataquacks around on and use these guys to fly around between the different planets. And this one specifically, it's a maze. So we're going to want to guide this Cataquack to a very specific point in the maze. There are plenty of dead ends here, so you definitely want to be careful. And hey, stop ignoring me. Come on over here. I need you to stand on this Cataquack looking platform, because here, that is where you want the Cataquack to stand to launch you to your next planet. Speaking of next planet, this one is really annoying to deal with in my opinion, because these Cataquacks, you need to stand in a very specific spot to launch you up to the launch star, but they can push each other out of the way, making it really awkward to get them in the right spot. It's just too narrow of a section in my opinion to be dealing with. If it was just a little bit wider, wouldn't really be that hard of a section to get through, but now we're through it. We got ourselves another Cataquack that we want to bait around to get to this bee suit. And grabbing the bee suit, we want to fly over to this structure. It honestly just looks like a bunch of Jenga blocks. And flying over here. Unfortunately, we didn't have enough flight meter, but that's why they put the coins there to make things easier. But we'll just use the Cataquack to launch straight up to the said platform and land right on top. And from here, now we have a clean shot over to where the star is located. You need the bee suit to actually get to the said star, because normal form Luigi will actually just fall straight through these flowers, as these flowers, they're too light and Luigi would just be way too heavy to stand on top of them. So keep your bee suit here and avoid all the enemies, and you should be perfectly fine. With the bee suit, I find this section to be pretty trivial because you can just fly through a lot of the danger and get to the star with no problems whatsoever. So there you go, that was our main mission now done, with a side mission done just in between things, so we're making some good progress here in Gold Leaf. That's our third star of the galaxy. So far, so good. So at this point, let's go ahead and save our game, and we should have one more main star to collect here in Gold Leaf, and also a Comet to worry about later on. But for now, Comet's not here, so let's head back to Gold Leaf and complete our final main mission. So jumping back into Gold Leaf, our next mission here is When It Rains, It Pours. And they weren't kidding. Jumping to this next mission, we can see a lot of rain and also a mole operating a cannon of some kind. Yeah, that looks a little dangerous. Just not mess with that guy and we should be okay, right? That's the observation deck, the pride of our galaxy. You see the observation deck is filled with a lot of rain clouds and also a lot of danger. Just what I like, danger and rain. Here I'm actually gonna just jump straight to the top of this section, which you're not really supposed to be doing, but we're a rebel. We do what we want. Supposed to get up here to where the bee suit is by just wall jumping back from the back section, but we're a rebel. We just jump straight to where we need to be. Grab ourselves this question mark coin to reveal a 1-up, And I do see another question mark coin down below here in the depths of space near the black hole. Flying down below, just so carefully, we'll grab ourselves a whole bunch of coins with a sling star and get led over to a warp pipe. Taking this warp pipe, we enter bonus. This is a bonus section, and we know what these bonus sections are all about. We got ourselves a question mark coin in the center here, but notice how the layout is a little different this time around than what we're used to. Normally we go in a very specific pattern to go down, but this time it feels a little more non-linear in some fashion. So let's grab ourselves a question mark coin and get ourselves a rainbow star. And with this rainbow star, we want to move as fast as possible, destroying all of these rocks. Don't really have the best pathing, I feel, to get to these rocks fast, so the section doesn't really lead to too many mistakes, but we got all the boulders, meaning we got all the star bits possible in that section. Pretty simple, if you ask me. So from here, I want to actually just backflip my way down from this section, down below here to where the water fountain is, because here we got ourselves some star bits. Normally this is not a section you can easily access, but from that warp pipe section up above, you can just jump straight down to that little fountain, which is very convenient. So from here, let's go ahead and grab ourselves the bee suit, but notice here, if I try to stand on top of this cloud with the human form, the cloud will just be too light for Luigi to actually stand on, and he just falls straight through it. So, just like with the flowers, you need to be a bee to stand on top of clouds, due to just how heavy Luigi can be. So bee suit here is going to be very integral to keep, but these clouds also are going to be a pretty big problem, because with the rain, if we touch it just at all with the bee suit, we lose our bee power. So let's just be careful here and take our time in this section. That way we don't get clipped by any of the rain on these said clouds. Oh no! Whatever will we do? A mean mole took over our observation deck! Don't worry, Bee. I'll get the deck back. You can trust me, Bee Luigi. Now this section here is kind of a difficult section to platform around, as you need to just dodge all the rain and also all the enemies in the path, but you're a bee, so you can just fly around everything, making the section pretty trivial if you ask me. Here I want to be careful because I don't want to get hit by the rain clouds, losing my bee suit, but thankfully you can easily get a bee suit back in this section if you do lose it for whatever reason. So it's not like you're going through this whole section without taking a single hit, and if you do, you got to start from the very beginning of the level. That would just be too punishing. We want to use these rain clouds as makeshift platforms to traverse around the observation deck's tower here, and we're pretty much at the end of our climb up the tower. So let's just go ahead and hit this stone, revealing a vine, which will take this vine straight up to the top of the observation deck. And now, I introduce you the boss of Gold Leaf Galaxy. This mole operating the cannon is an undergrunt gunner. This gunner here, the only way to attack him is to smash the glass there on his cockpit, which thankfully Bee Luigi makes short work of. One thing you gotta be careful in this fight though, if you're a bee, is all the water around you. So the water here is going to be your actual weakness. And as you can see, if you get hit by a bubble, that is also water and you immediately lose your bee suit. In that case, I fell right in a pit of spikes, which definitely hurt. So that's not great. So at this point, we want to use these platforms to our advantage, hit that switch to activate essentially a staircase to go straight up to where the mole is, and just wait for him to shoot out 5 bubbles. Once he's done shooting 5 shots in a row, the gunner's going to need to take a moment to recharge his shots, and use that moment of his weakness to deal the final blow. And with that, we revealed our Power Star. With this Power Star collected, that is the final star we can collect here for now in Good Leaf Galaxy. Or at least the last main star we can collect, as we have a comet that can show up here, and at this point, we just have to hope that we did everything that the game expects for that comet to show up. So, let's save our game, jump back into the pole star here and see if we got a comet available. Sure enough, there's a cosmic comet in orbit back at Gold Leaf. So let's head back to Gold Leaf one final time to take on this cosmic comet. So, back at Gold Leaf, a cosmic comet is in orbit. And with the comet, it brings Cosmic Luigi's Forest Race. Jumping in, we can see that last mission we just completed here in Gold Leaf has now been transformed into a racetrack. So now with Gold Leaf transformed into an obstacle course, it's time to race Cosmic Luigi once again. But this time I have a trick up my sleeve. So in the countdown, I'm gonna hold up on the joystick. When it hits 2, I'm gonna hold crouch, and then when it hits go, I'm gonna press the A button to perform a technique called the start dash. The start dash is a very helpful technique here in these Cosmic Luigi races because if you perform it just right, you'll get a speed boost at the very beginning of the race, which that speed boost can be very helpful here since Cosmic Luigi is much faster than Cosmic Mario and Super Mario Galaxy. I'll take any kind of advantage here that I can get. Although the start dash is pretty difficult to perform, as all of those actions I performed you need to perform all in rapid succession, and if you fail, you either don't get the speed boost, or 9 times out of 10, what happens to me is on the final part where you press the A button to get the speed boost. Instead of performing the speed boost, if you time it incorrectly, you will do a backflip, wasting a lot of time. So, the start dash is a very helpful technique to use in a Cosmic Luigi race, but it can also be a little bit of a hindrance. But now with that star collected back in Gold Leaf, that is all the stuff we can do for now in that said galaxy. So, with Gold Leaf done, we have a lot of other galaxies here to explore in the engine room, including the enemy base. And we'll continue exploring more of the engine room in the next episode. Next time on Let's Play Super Luigi Galaxy, we'll continue exploring the galaxies here in the engine room. I'll see you guys next time. Nice star count, Luigi. Nice.